Thank you very much, Daniel. Let's start the meeting off with pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moment of silence, please, for brave men and women fighting all over the world for democracy and freedom. The moment of silence for our first responders. Thank you, gentlemen. We need a motion to approve the agenda. Motion. All in favor? Opposed? None needs to. Motion carried. Item 4, motion to approve minutes from the July 12, 2021 meeting. Motion. All in favor? Opposed? None needs to. Motion carried. Motion to approve minutes from the July 12, 2021 public hearing. Make the motion. All in favor? Opposed? None needs to. Motion carried. Item 5, authorize payment of bills to the amount of $734,345.53. All in favor? Opposed? None being said. Motion carried. Pay bills. We don't have any presentations. Any comments on the agenda? No comments being said. Any new business? So we're going to go right to the workshop topic. COVID-19. I believe our number is 0. But, we're hoping everybody does take the vaccine. I just want to say that the board know that we did receiving from the American Rescue Plan Act. It's called the ARPA, $878,668.52. So lower than the 9.96. They did the calculations by sending over the further information. And so we did, matter of fact, receive $439,384.26 the other day from the town's account. So that's good news. Yeah. We got half of it, we'll get the other half in I think that's great. So so my recommendation is to get rid of this. We need the coordination filter down at the So I was talking to Dennis, that's around about $80,000. At the time, he asked the highway superintendent if he was available to do some excavation for the terms of the paving. Since the fall in August coming up, maybe John could do it at that time to talk to him. So that would take the price down at least $25,000. The bid package has been done, the designs were completed by Dennis Larios, we already paid for that. So it's just a matter of time doing a resolution to go out bid. That's around $80,000. So, coordinate that with John. You're doing it now. It has to be done because he needs the Marlborough plant. Dennis is still working on it. He believes we could take a few things out. It would be around $900,000 to $1 million. So that's probably where the rest of the money is going to go to.
I think it would be like down that. I think we have the $20,000 something that nowadays so what's per hour and what needs to be done. I think that's what they're the point I think out is have that second time. Plans you usually shape on but it's not at that plan. But that's the village, that's not the village. So it is apparent. So any of the fixes that are doing expanding the plan?
Yeah. It's just maintaining, looking at, replacing a lot of stuff. Like the control box is the main thing that we really have to concentrate on because the control box that we have here, getting it parts for. So, yeah. But Dennis was saying there's a few items that maybe that of course, I think they thought there was a lot more money to have earth care take away the waste, but that's not the case. There's a lot of that, so something like that. Yeah. So he's going to come up with a proposal to the town, and then the town will go over it. But all the engineering and the bid work for the coordination for the bills already. Yeah. That's an end. That's not nice. No. So that was how they say this thing comes in there. You get that. The date should we start this year or next year? So we start next year. The funds that we got this year, then the first we'll get another. Yeah, we'll get another year and a half in beginning of 2022. But yeah, the remainder of the 439,384 that we have this year. So if we use 80,000 or 100,000, say we use 100,000, that's 339, say $340,000. And then we'll have another 439. So we'll be in pretty good shape. So right now we haul the waste away. So Dennis was looking into a drying unit where you dry it and then the compost. But but basically, I should look at a term that way too dense sometimes for years and what exactly we need to do. And like Alan said, mechanic, prioritize what actually we need and then go. But that's great news. I mean, the money is coming and we have to have for the 2021. We expect the other half. It's the RPA and the rest of the Act. So that's good news.
Also, as far as the other work that needs to be done, there's also going to be some contributions coming in from Bayside. We start looking at the phases. So there's other things that are kind of priorities that need to be done in response to it. Those things are I think it'll be on the list, but it's going to be prioritized in what's actually needed and basic.
Right. So with the Bayside, if that ever happens, the Bayside is like I said, and it's like the first initial portion would be within 30 days. Whoever owns it, it's 100,000, then it goes. So basically, accumulation would be $300,000.
The way that you're going, otherwise,
I just want to say too, clarification on the memorial service for those most during the pandemic. A lot of people think that it's just for the people that passed away because of COVID, and that's not the case. So I just wrote a little something that we put in our website and something that we put on Facebook. And basically, it says over the last year and a half, people have lost loved ones. not only from COVID, but many other illnesses and accidents. They were denied the opportunity to breathe in the communal ways that we use to help us get through these difficult times. To acknowledge this, the town will be hosting a memorial service for those lost during the pandemic. On Saturday, September 18th, the date is September 19th, which is publicly open and the public is welcome to bring written remembrances and photos to attach to the public storyboard. The libraries will work together to preserve the boards as historic documents. Nothing will be returned. At 7 p.m., we will gather at Round Pond for a prayerful reflection with Deacon Vincent Purcell. That will be followed by a musical interlude during which paper lanterns will be lit and floated into the pond. People will be encouraged to stay and quietly reflect or share remembrance among themselves. The event will end at 8 p.m. The town board hopes this will lessen some of the grief our community has experienced and is still grappling during this pandemic. And so, just wanted to clarify that out there that the board recognized for doing that. I thank the board for that. So let's move on. Anybody else have anything on the code? We can report that the 2021 summer camp is going great. We just got a couple more kids today. This week, seems like everybody's having a good time. I haven't had any complaints. Matter of fact, I had a couple of others tell me they're really having a good time and they're enjoying the camp experience. So, thank you, gentlemen, for allowing that to happen. Thank you for all the hard work from the three ladies and Tina. So, Sands Avenue Park report. So, I think things are going great there. We have a little rain washouts here and there. Things look pretty good. You sent some report on that? How Scott? Yeah. And washout. He's actually getting now is that big ball. We all seen the damage that happened down here from the storm, but again, taking advice from all the guys, we're going to wait. Hopefully, the grass will get a little more mature and come back in and fix all those damaged areas and that grass falls into the next spring. And hopefully, it'll work out great. If there's any other recommendations down there, if you guys can do this, this is what we're waiting to do. We were all kind of having a discussion about that. It's heavy. So it does have a lot of So I think that we want that to hold back so it doesn't go over the head. We do that at the third. Yeah, we do. Yeah. I mean, and literally the day of. So I think everything's going well there. And like Scott said, we need enough to be exposed. Especially our highway superintendent, Sean, who's did a great job coordinating. We're just waiting on the last, and then we're going to do that. We'll have the next. You guys just wait on John. Get away on vacation. I have no obligation to even days on that. I think next week they should be able to jump on it. Check next week.
hearing, back years? You're muted, guys. You're muted.
Yeah, hello.
You hear us?
Yeah, I see.
Can you hear us?
How about you, Mickey? You hear us, Mickey?
It's very difficult to hear the board.
Can you hear us better now?
Wow, that's incredibly better, much better.
Okay, can you hear us, Mickey?
Yeah, yes, I can.
Wow,
Okay.
what a difference.
So using our computer or this computer. They can hear me, but
Alan, say something down there. What's that? Ask them if they can hear you. You guys coming to watch for me?
Yes, sound good, Alan. You look good too from this distance.
all right. Well, okay,
You
great.
guys are our test today.
Sorry for the.
So we're
New
good.
system.
This is new to us, this hybrid thing. I think it's working.
I actually think if we get another external mic.
I just give you a little bit of the financial on Sands Avenue. We had $256,127 to begin with. And so far we spent $130,238. That doesn't include, first of all, the electric was $10,840. We haven't received the bill from Mr. Zandico yet for the $6,840. And I'm assuming that the blacktop will come around $23,000, $24,000. So all in all, it's about $171,268 that we will incur for Sands Avenue, which isn't bad. It leaves us with around $185,000. I just want to let everybody know that. So far, so good.
That's good.
The sort of financials of that. Howard, the Cool Chance Park upper ball fields, I haven't heard from building department, Thomas Corcoran. I guess the guy didn't get home. But I took Alan's advice and I Googled, and there's a couple people that I'm working with to see what they could do. I told them exactly what we have. And so I send them all the plans because the Bowie House and so actually did the ball field. So they send me all the plans, the size, the terrain and everything. So I sent that to the guy and also a couple other things. But I told him that we do have 7 utility poles at 35 feet high, and we would like to use them. We'll see what happens. But thank you for the advice, everyone. Appreciate it. So in parallel, we're working with Tom. Milton Landing South here. I got an early this morning, that down there at 7 o'clock with Mr. Baker. And once you get on the pier, it's unbelievable. Of course, they had a gangplank that none of us wanted to walk. But they put a ladder so we could get up on the ladder and get on the pier itself. But it's remarkable. It's really coming out great. And so the things they were waiting for were a couple of shims that they had to fabricate, and they got those shims. All the welding is mostly done. And this morning we discussed about the
railing.
Facing the wire mesh facing.
Yeah, to close in the rail.
Yeah,
post.
closing by the rail.
To mimic what you guys
did.
did.
Yeah. So they tell us it's going to be 2 weeks weather. If the weather is good, it'll be done in 2 weeks. I'm thinking maybe mid-August. What do you think, Howard?
Yeah, I think that's a good target.
So what they have left is the gangplank. With the gangplank, they have to put a 20 by 20 concrete pad for the gangplank to be set up. And like I said, the wire mesh around. The railings, I think pretty much the floating dock is a 40-foot floating dock. And the gangplank down to the floating dock is finished. And yeah, it's going to be great.
what do we treat the wood with down there? Is there any special treatment that goes on there because it's on the water? I mean, is it?
If you look at that area, that's pressure treated wood. It's probably the same pressure treated that we use on the north pier. And you can see it has graded out. It's been a few years now.
Yeah.
But we may want to think about actually performing some seal work. Some water. You want to let it dry, acclimate for about a year maybe. And then you might want to start applying some clear finish on it or
All right.
color staining.
I mean, it's just the normal treated that you would put on your regular
Just
deck,
like-
nothing special for being on the water.
It's not like it's an A bay or
I don't know
anything
if you
like
can do
that.
it. I think it's better if you don't speak into your microphone because they're getting echoes, I guess. So I'm trying to get my computer closer to you guys.
Yeah.
That central microphone idea is what's going to help us here.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
is that better?
Is that better, Mickey?
Say something else because it's hard to say when, just keep talking for a minute.
Is that okay?
Don't speak into the microphone.
All right, is that okay?
That's much better, Al.
So yeah, so
Okay,
Sorry.
so yeah, and fortunately, they bought all that wood before the prices
good.
went up. So that was all good stuff. How would you want to talk about the period?
No, it was
Milton train station, we met. They're going to contribute to the CFA for a match for the pavers out in front. So we got a letter from John Scott, who's the president of the Milton Train Station Foundation. And that is, it comes to almost $50,000 that they are dedicating for a match for the pavers.
which is about twice what they did said they were going to do last time, right?
Yeah.
It's great.
Have we heard anything back on the crossing?
We
Yes.
have, CSX acknowledged the crossing, talked to Greg Hart. He jumped the gun, unfortunately. There's one more signature that has to be done to be finalized between the DOT and CSX. But actually it's occurring. So as you know, they committed to $810,000 to do the project. And so I want to be nice here. But we all know how CSX works.
All right.
We've been trying to get this baffle off the fence, baffling for 6 years now. I've been contacting everybody in CSX. So if anybody from CSX is watching this, can you help us out getting that baffling? The baffling is like
The ballast.
ballast.
Yeah.
I don't know why I call them that.
It's baffling that they
It's
don't
baffling that
that they don't
ballast
respond
is-
to your request.
The baluster. It's remarkable because they actually contributed $10,000 for a new fence. So working on that.
Big company.
Okay.
But
That's
hopefully-
going to be a big part of
Yes.
the actual landing. So the landing is going to be done in 2 weeks, and we don't really have
We don't
a
have a crossing.
proper crossing. It's kind of not a good thing.
It's a soft opening.
Yeah, it's a soft opening. All right. You can only do what they're going to do.
Alice. So we're waiting on them, but it's on the tip. They have to be done by 2005. So
2025.
25?
no, 2025.
I wish it
I
was
wish it-
2005.
I started in 2000.
I'd be a lot younger still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2025 is supposed to be done. It's on the tip at the Ulster County Transportation.
That's a big deal.
And it's a big deal.
Of course, things come off tips sometimes, but
Yeah, we know that.
yeah.
So the next item is the cameras for the police and Police Shanks Park. You all got the recommendation from the chief. I met with the chief. We went over everything, and the chief sent his recommendation. And basically, I know if you look at it, it's precision security to do the pavilion, the playground garage, and the police station. So let me just read some numbers here so everybody's clarified. So I don't think custom detection was really interested in.
No. Oh my God, their price was like out of control. It was like,
yeah, his prices were way high.
Way high.
D-Ben came at this is for the pavilion, $8,942.21. A&R was $5,640, and Precision Security, including installation, was $3,979.20, and additional cameras were $325. So that being said, the pavilion, it seems like Precision Security and the installation, it looks like we agree, Chief, that they're the best provider for that.
Yes, that's going to cover the wall with bottom footage. Correct.
Correct. And playground garage, Precision Security, including installation, was 4 cameras, $2,787.40, and $325 each for additional cameras. A&R was for 6 cameras with $7,595, and D-Ben was $3,774.64. So they were, Precision Security was right there. And on the police station, A&R was $9,995. D-Ben was $12,415. Custom detection was $25,000. So Precision looks like $9,766. And if we need a stripe plus for the door, it's $300. Door entry system relocation using our equipment is $450. If we need a door stripe, it's $300. So it seems like Precision Security, and we talked about this because we like to have just one outfit do all 3, so this way, yeah, we don't have to pull in and out. So Precision Security was around $17,282.70. This included 2 additional cameras and new door stripe with existing equipment. I make a motion that we go with Precision Security for cameras for the pavilion, the playground garage, and police station, including relocation and installation of new remote door entry system.
Just one question is, will this be focused on the bocce players too?
You can watch them live.
We don't really want to go there. We don't want to get in there aggravated.
Was it ever answered about the one company that was able to bridge? Remember
yeah, that was.
So they said they could bridge from the garage to
the pavilion.
And there is cellular networks that we can set up and pay a monthly fee for cellular to get video out of the park. But I didn't get pricing for equipment or monthly fees for that.
What would it be if we were to run cable just in the garage? Because we have the poles.
So you're going to hold time?
I've called Nicholas like 6 times already. I emailed him.
It's been a couple of years.
But I'll get a hold of him.
Because that would be advantageous if we wanted to.
Now, there's no internet service up at the park at all.
So they're just going to be, you have to check the town.
Record locally on DVR and NVR.
Without the
and
cost.
we have to go and get the video.
Without the cost of the installation from Spectrum. I mean, we do this, well, down at the train station, we have service down there. So this way we could get it directly to the police station.
That's right. We were down at the train station, we wrote in to access that.
Yeah. But I'm just wondering if we can get a quote that from, 9W just into the garage might not be as expensive as what the original quote was all the way back to the building.
Well, technically, it's a town building. Technically, they're supposed to supply us that service.
That's the question we had.
That's the question we had.
Well, we usually had to pay for the installation of Spectrum, and we
Right,
had to
once
pay
a monthly charge.
And a monthly charge we had to pay. The only thing we got free from Spectrum is TV.
Yeah, TV, correct.
Yeah, not data.
Not data. You're right. Correct.
I just recommend that we go with this. I think this is.
Now, can this system be like, let's say we go with this now, Could this system be converted to transferable?
No need to convert. Just gotta hook up and motor.
So it has the motor, it has it there.
That's all of the.
Oh, yeah, I think that's.
So let's go with this.
Yeah.
Let's go with
Now,
this.
what are the tapes gonna be on the side of it?
Yeah, that's.
So at the pavilion, they'll be in the garage where the water tank is, the hot water heater. So on the side of the pavilion is that garage, it'll be there. For the playground, it'll be in Tom's garage, probably in both bathrooms. And then here.
Now, you'll, how many days does it take for it to go to change?
So, if you look at the quotes, I think the garage is 4 terabytes. So we're going to get better than 30 days out of that on 4 cameras. Unless we have the additional 2 that we ordered in there. 6 cameras, plenty of time. I can tell you, I run 9 cameras at the station. I get 11 days, and I record 24/7. Here now, but 9 cameras. We've upgraded the system to 14. So if this gets approved, we'll now have 14. But currently today, I run 9 cameras 24/7. I get 11 days before it competes outside.
Now, we're gonna run these cameras 24/7. Once it goes to
We have options.
You can do it by sensor, motion.
But with 4 terabytes on 4 cameras, 20% is not an issue. I have 2 terabytes now.
Yeah, I would say when the park closed or open, because we have snow and dam, we have a lot of damage in the winter. As much as
The motion does work very well. We'll have to play with that once.
Well, I mean, at nighttime, you're not gonna see anything.
They're all
That's true.
customizable. You can change the motion here.
And there's lights, right?
Personally, 20% seems to work very well. We'll see if it's, it's not that expensive to upgrade the NVR for a new hard drive on newer equipment. Upgrading older NVR for a new hard drive is expensive.
And we talked about that.
I think he told me it was like $150 per terabyte to upgrade these. So we decided in a couple of weeks that 4 gigabyte or 4 terabyte wasn't enough. I'm sure with a phone call and an exchange, a couple extra bucks, they'll upgrade the hard drive. That's anything.
I don't know if I missed it. Is there going to be a camera for the basketball court or just the players?
Yes.
Oh, for the-
So the playground one's gonna have 2 at the playground, 1 watching the wide when you come in, 1 watching the bathrooms, 1 watching the gazebo, 1 watching the bathroom. So, yeah. The only thing you need to be aware of on the test, the playground may need some tree trimming.
Yeah. That's all right.
No,
Not a
those are
problem.
nice trees in front of the playground, but they may have.
We'll test it out.
Not all, they may need.
We'll be watching cars coming in.
And just for the public's information, we're doing this because of some issues we've had in the bathroom, specifically in the
Maybe
stone
a
wall.
month ago or so,
Yeah.
the bathroom sink was smashed. 2-3 weeks ago, they smashed the windshield of the town truck that was parked up there.
Yeah.
Onto the stolen car that was stolen elsewhere in town, and left at the town park.
They realize the wall.
And over, this is not the first time, but even before that, they had damaged the stone wall by the bocce court, but rocks happened.
They're pulling out the middle ones like it's crazy.
Threw them on the roof, the metal roof.
Yeah, but the good news is the chief and his officer found out the culprits, most of them, and
For the vandalism,
yeah.
Vandalism
to the band,
Yeah.
not to say, yeah.
There's no, yes, the truck was solved and.
The truck was linked to the other stuff that was going on.
All stolen cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best I can tell is they tried to hotwire the truck and they couldn't figure out how to hotwire it.
They smashed it. So that being said, I put a motion in front of you gentlemen. I need a second. All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? None being said. It's unfortunate, but we have to do this.
So will you contact Susan?
Yes. Yes, why don't you do that tomorrow? I'll be away for a couple of days.
And before we move on to new business or anything else, can I go back to new business for 1 second?
Sure.
So we've been having an electrical issue at the police station. I know some of the town folks upstairs have noticed it. We've had the electrician take a look at it. Basically what happens is on an unforeseen schedule, sometimes it's quite often, sometimes it's many hours apart. The fluorescent lights will actually flicker. And when they flicker, it kicks off the phone system and it kicks off the internet and it knocks me out of my VPN to the garage and the garage back, Highway 1650 and back, and it disconnects me from town. William Electric came in, did some diagnostic work, and he's determined that, or he believes that it's in the generator transfer switch. So I contacted Gentech, and they are supposed to arrive on Wednesday. So I don't know Danielle's up there. If you guys are on the phone at either 1650 or here, and your call goes dead, like you lost your cell service, it's because the phone system shut down.
So it's our generator that's kicking that out?
They believe it's our transfer switch. So he explains to me that inside this transfer switch are switching poles. He describes them as big copper pieces that slide and make connection whenever necessary. They get corroded, pitted, dirty. No, I don't think they're that old. He says he believes that they're starting to fluctuate the voltage in the panel, hence we see this. We see it in our lights down here. You don't see it in your lights upstairs because you're not hooked to the generator for lights upstairs. But your phone system upstairs is.
It all goes out.
Your internet is.
Yeah.
So anything hooked to the generator is experiencing this fluctuation. It's not a power outage. I don't even want to say it's a brownout. It's just a little flicker in the fluorescent lights.
That's all it takes.
Enough to keep the system down. And it's
Trust me, happens at my job all the time. Oh God, we have flickering all the time. Every tool pass.
What a transfer switch
That's
does
really
is
cut.
it senses
That's
the loss of power. So when the generator will actually, our incoming from the main will go dead on power. Triggers our generator after a certain amount of seconds to fire up. As soon as the generator fires up, the switch throws, like somebody throws the switch, it automatically transfers that switch over to the generator. Once power comes back from the main lines, it'll switch back over and disconnect from the generator. So what it's doing is it's essentially our generators not back feeding into the lines, which could kill a line. But because these things move and the generator cycle is probably once a week, this is going once a week. So if they did loosen up or come out of alignment, they're not making perfect engagement.
Yeah.
Resistance can form. Once the resistance forms, heat forms, and then you get a trip.
I noticed that a couple of times. The computer goes down, you get.
So they're coming next week or this Wednesday?
Now I'm hoping Gentech will at least be able to figure out based on what Dave's explained to me and I've explained to them. But if not, when Dave gets back from Myrtle Beach, he said he'd be more than happy to come and correct the condition. He just suggested we contact the generator company because he'd be out on vacation.
Well, it's still, we're not still under warranty, right? That's
We have
been
a service contract with the
7 years.
I don't think it covers the transfer switch. I think it just covers the maintenance on the two generators. I'm almost positive.
Well, he would know his equipment better than anybody.
We
So.
replaced the transfer switch in 1650.
Yeah.
I know that's. But they are rebuildable, is what Dave Williams explained to me. And he said Gentech can do it just as easy as he can, and Gentech can probably get it a lot quicker. He could be on vacation for the next 10 days.
Yep.
And we're worried that it doesn't engage if we without power altogether, or if it engages and it's not supposed to engage, we short things out and we have fire. So they're coming the same way. Just want to make you guys aware of it since we're spending more money.
Thanks, Chief. Appreciate it. Okay. It's the cameras. We okay with the cameras? Correspondence and correspondence. Love you, Chief. Dear Chief Kokoza, please accept this letter as my formal resignation for employment from the Marlborough Police Department effective Thursday, July 15, 2021. Due to my full-time position with the New York State Bridge Authority, I am unable to maintain my part-time position with the Marlborough Police Department, as it will conflict with my new position and current responsibilities. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, Chief Kokoza, for granting me the opportunity to be part of the terrific police department and one of the greatest groups of law enforcement officers I've had the honor of working besides. I truly enjoyed all the Marlborough residents for their welcome nature and support and allowing me to keep them safe. I will truly miss the camaraderie of my fellow officers and granting me the opportunity to have worked alongside of them for the past 2 years. I wish you all safe and healthy careers. Salvatore Russo.
Wow.
So Salvatore is gone as of July 15th.
Some point back in time, the governor, the Bridge Authority and the Freeway Authority, Sal accepted promotion. That was all. Through COVID, through whatever, through not noticing it, they finally, admin finally came down and said, oh, this is a conflict of interest. You can't have that promotion and be a police officer. So he had a decision to make, and it wasn't a hard decision since that's the bread and butter.
Right.
Also, we tried working with them, tried to make the dispatcher, tried to make the court officer, tried calling on something different. So until he decides to retire from that Miller's position, this is resolved. Great guy. Welcome him back.
Wow.
Okay. Any public comment? You good?
Nobody on Zoom?
Okay.
They're good.
So we're going to go to you, John, on resolution 67 to award the Milton train station bid. Sent a letter of recommendation to the board and also the resolution. Your recommendation, John, is first of all is for the base for 161,727, and also to do the alternate number one, which is 10,000, which we come to basically 171,727.10 How can you get 61.27 plus 10? That's correct.
Yeah, that's right.
So, John, do you want to talk about the only bidder that we have?
Sure. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Great, Joe. Thank you.
Good. Okay. Yeah, so we recommend that you award the bid received by Consorti Brothers Paving and Seal Coating, Inc. We recommend you award that bid. We've reviewed the bid in some detail, and I think the board knows that that bid is it does conform with the cost opinion we had prepared, so it's right in line with the numbers we had come up with, and it's also within the not to exceed budget we had put in the bid document, so $175,000. So the base bid and the alternate combined are within that figure. And while there was only one bid received, we were very pleased that a qualified contractor was able to submit a bid that was within our opinion of probable cost. And so with that, we find the bidder to be in the bid to be competitive. Okay. And so we also reviewed the bid with the state Office of Parks and Recreation, their representative, and the representative has approved the town awarding the bid. They've met all the requirements within the contract, the bid documents. And so we're very pleased that we have one bidder. We were hoping for at least one good bid, and we got one good bid. We did a lot of outreach. The town clerk did a lot of outreach, right, with getting the bid documents out. And as everyone knows, I know you all know, it's very busy. Contractors are all very busy. And it's not an easy job, and there's a lot of requirements. And so we're just glad we got one good bid. And the idea would be to get started with construction right after Labor Day, and the contract documents call for the work to be done this calendar year. So,
hey, John, can you explain the walkway itself going down? It's not just regular cement. There's something on it.
No, it's a good question. So I can walk you right down from the top, right? So at the top, there's a concrete pad that's being poured, and that pad will serve for your future overlook structure. We took that out, and then coming down, there's stone steps, granite steps, and then the path itself is made out of permeable porous paved product, which is an aggregate and a binder. It's basically an acrylic binder and a stone. It's like concrete, but it's permeable, so the water can run through it. And so, and that sits on a base of crushed stone, and that crushed stone sits on a geotextile fabric to kind of hold the whole system together, if you would. So, and it's going to look very nice. It's got a nice, it's going to have, you can pick out the color of the aggregate. We were looking some kind of a tannish, a darker aggregate stone. And so that's the walkway. It's a wide walkway too. It's like 8 to 10 foot wide. So it's very generous. It'd be very nice for a group, right, to come up and down. And as you know, right now, you really can't, well, you can hike that if you're pretty able, but it's not walkable.
So what's the advantage of using that material over just basic concrete? Is it last longer? Is it more usable? I mean, what's the difference?
The big advantage is the water will go through it, right? So surfaces that aren't permeable, they're more susceptible to becoming slippery when frost hits and they ice up on top. So there will be less condition where that occurs. It's not that it won't occur, but they'll be drier more of the time. Okay, and the other so that's a big advantage, and also because it's so steep. Yeah, and you'd have to pave it with something hard, right? You couldn't use stone dust; that would wash out. So that's the big advantage.
What's the life expectancy of it, like compared to concrete? Is it the same, or is it less, or is it more?
It's similar. It's similar to concrete. It's okay.
Because I'm just thinking if water's going through it and it gets cold, it would actually break up. It would crack rather than well, you have the gravel underneath. But I mean, I know there's gravel under there. I don't know.
Yeah. Now it's been around for quite a while, this product, and so I understand that, but that's yeah.
And what is the actual life expectancy of it? Do you happen to know, or you don't know?
I don't have that. I don't have that information in front of me. It's
and if it breaks or cracks or anything like that, how hard is it to actually repair? Can you be repaired, or the whole section's got to be taken out?
No, it's in fact in some ways it's easier than blacktop in some ways because you don't have to have a hot mix. It's done cold, right? It's the acrylic in the binder, and so you mix it up on site, and you can cut it out and patch it.
Okay. So for general, like for snow removal maintenance, you want a snow blower on there to shovel it?
Yeah. Yes. If you wanted to. If the town wanted to keep it open in the winter, you could. I'm not, that's another question. I'm not sure. That's up to the town. I'm not sure I would keep it open in the winter, but it's up to you because of the stairs, etc. Right? You may want to close it. It's up to you.
Okay.
Any other questions? Thank you, John.
No,
thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, and thanks for your heads up.
Thanks, Don.
Yeah, a couple of minutes. So it's the only resolution we had. Resolution 67 to award Milton Train Station bid. Supervisor Land said that proposal the following, where the town and many partners have been working on this project for the past 10+ years, including recent grading and drainage improvements by the town highway department. And whereas the town has prepared a bid document including plan specification and construction documents for site and landscape improvements developed with the assistance of the planning and design with Marlborough, it says engineering, I'm probably getting those names. Whereas the town of Marlborough Office of the town clerk at the direction of the town board advised for bids the Milton Train Station Park project, bid number 2021 NTSP, and whereas the town with its consultant Behan Planning and Design and P&D conducted a pre-bid conference of the project site on Thursday, June 17, 2021 at 10:30 a.m., which was attended by representatives from 4 construction companies, and whereas a total of 8 bid documents were sent electronically to potential bidders, and 3 bid documents were picked up from the office of the town clerk, and whereas by 2 p.m. July 9, 2021, at 2 p.m., the close of receipt of bills, the office of the town clerk had received 1 bid submitted by Concertia Brothers, Paving and Seal Coating, Inc. of 208 South Plank Road, Newburgh, New York. And whereas Behan Planning and Design had received the bids submitted as set forth in their letter, date July 21, 2021, July 21, 2021, we found that the bid to be in conformance with Behan Planning and Design to be an affordable cost, and therefore the bid was determined to be competitive, and the low bidder was determined to be a responsible bidder in terms of experience, qualification, and had met the requirements set forth in the bid document, including review by New York State Office of Park Recreation and Historic Preservation. And whereas the base bid of $161,727.10 and added alternate 1, 10,000, totaling $171,727.10, which is within the not to exceed the budget of $175 established in the bid document. And whereas this project is being funded in part by a $98,000 grant from the New York State Office of Park Recreation and Historic Preservation, with $73,000 available in the town funds for prior grant reimbursement and $25,000 grant funds to be matched by the town reimbursement, which will be used to reduce the cost of the project to the town. Now, therefore, be resolved that the town of Marlborough Town Board accept the base bid and add alternate 1 and awards the Milton Train Station Park project Consortia Brothers, Paving and Seal Coating, Inc. in the amount of $171,727.10, and be further resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized to execute a construction contract on behalf of the town and any other required documents. And moves for its adoption. Hey, John, could you help me with the name of Jason? How do you say his last name?
Consorti?
Yeah. No. The engineer, our engineers.
Jason Pittengaro.
And,
Pittengaro and Doach, his partner. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. I think that's going to really complex. Yeah. And hopefully, if we get some more money, we could do the other alternatives. I like the really alternative for the screen side panel first. And install, of course, with pave 230 feet. That's the 35,000. Those are the breakdowns that you requested, Scott.
Yep. So, it's and that's good that we have them, so we kind of got an idea. Now, when we got to look at future.
Is there anything else on the board's mind that you want to talk about, or can we go early?
I think Alan's up.
Yeah, just like to let everybody know that Lobster Bake is definitely going on. Tickets are not fast. One of our maybe the second motion. I'll give you that. All right.
All in favor?
All right.
So, thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, John. Take care.
Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you, John.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you to the board. Appreciate it.
Those documents in me so this way I can sign, get this project going.
Excellent. Okay.
Thank you, John. It's so good to see your face again.
Hi, Mickey. Good night, all.
Take care, guys.